Hey, Falcons Nation! Listen, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now. Put down that phone. Close that tab. Because what I'm about to break down for you is franchise-altering information that's gonna have you fired up about this football team in ways you haven't felt in years. Saturday night wasn't just another coaching hire, people. This wasn't just dotting I's and crossing T's on some paperwork. This was a statement. This was Atlanta saying we're done being mediocre. We're done with the excuses. We're done watching other teams celebrate while we sit at home in January. And you know what's crazy? While everyone's talking about who got hired, I've got the inside scoop on who's about to eat in this new system, and who's, well, let's just say some guys better start updating their LinkedIn profiles if you know what I mean. We're talking about a complete culture reset. We're talking about players who are about to have career years. We're talking about some tough decisions that had to be made. And yes, we're even talking about a wild trade rumor that's floating around involving our quarterback situation that's gonna make your jaw drop. But here's the thing that nobody's really digging into yet. This hire doesn't just affect one or two players. This is a domino effect that's gonna ripple through this entire roster, through the coaching staff, through the front office, and straight into the heart of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So buckle up, because we're about to break down the real winners and losers of the Kevin Stefanski era in Atlanta. But listen, what I'm about to reveal next is exclusive intel that you won't find anywhere else. I'm talking roster moves, position battles, and insider information that'll have you ahead of every casual fan in Atlanta. If you're serious about this team, if you bleed red and black, then you need to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell right now. Because once this video ends, I've got 3 more bombshells dropping this week that'll completely change how you see this franchise. Don't be the one friend in your group who misses out. Subscribe, turn on all notifications, and let's build the most informed, most passionate Falcons community on YouTube together. Are you in or are you out? Subscribe now and let's rise up. First, let's talk about what this really means, because some of y'all might be thinking, okay, cool, new coach, so what? So what? Let me paint you a picture. 8 years. 8 years. That's how long it's been since we've seen playoff football in Atlanta. 8 years of disappointment. 8 years of next year. 8 years of watching teams with less talent than us celebrating while we're cleaning out our lockers in January. Matt Ryan, yeah, that Matt Ryan, franchise legend, our guy, he put his entire legacy on the line to make this hire happen. You understand what that means? When a guy like Matty Ice is willing to stake his reputation on a coaching decision, you better believe something special is brewing. Kevin Stefanski isn't some improving coordinator getting his first shot. This is a 2-time Coach of the Year. Let that sink in for a second. 2 times. And he's coming from a situation in Cleveland where he had his hands tied behind his back, dealing with ownership drama, roster limitations, and quarterback chaos that would make your head spin. But here in Atlanta, oh man, here in Atlanta he's got toys to play with. He's got talent. He's got an owner in Arthur Blank who actually lets his coaches coach. He's got a young, collaborative front office that's going to work with him instead of against him. This isn't just an upgrade from Raheem Morris, and no disrespect to Raheem, but come on, this is a complete transformation of what this franchise can be. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Let's talk about who's about to feast under this new regime. Winner number 1, the man himself, Kevin Stefanski. I know what you're thinking, obviously he's a winner, he just got hired. But yo, hear me out, because this goes deeper than you think. In Cleveland, Stefanski was constantly battling with Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry. They were overruling his decisions, bringing in players he didn't want, creating this toxic environment where the head coach couldn't actually be the head coach. That's why he got fired, not because he couldn't coach, but because the situation was impossible. But Atlanta? This is a dream scenario for him. He's got a patient owner who believes in building something sustainable. He's got a roster that's absolutely stacked with talent. He's not walking into a rebuild, he's walking into a situation where this team should have been in the playoffs. The man is about to prove all the doubters wrong, and I'm here for it. Winner number 2, our generational talent. Okay, now we're getting to the real juice. We're talking about a 23-year-old running back who just broke the franchise record for scrimmage yards. We're talking about a player so special, so uniquely talented, that he can thrive in any system with any quarterback. But here's where it gets spicy. Stefanski runs a zone blocking scheme similar to what Kyle Shanahan does in San Francisco, but with more physical, smash-mouth elements. And this player thrived in a vanilla offense last year. Imagine what happens when you unleash him in a diverse, creative rushing attack. In Cleveland, Stefanski turned Nick Chubb into one of the league's most dominant runners 3 years in a row, over 1,000 yards each season before the injury. He did the same thing with Dalvin Cook. This man has a track record of maximizing running back talent. So what happens when you give him a generational athlete who's already elite? We're about to find out, and Falcons Nation, I'm telling you right now, we're looking at a potential rushing champion, an all-pro, maybe even an MVP candidate. The league better be scared of what's coming. Winner number 3, the young signal caller. This is where things get really interesting, and this is why Stefanski got hired in the first place. Our quarterback, and I'm not gonna front, the previous regime had no idea how to use him properly. They had no clue how to design an offense around his strengths. Through 12 starts, he showed flashes, but there was so much meat left on the bone, so much untapped potential. But guess what Stefanski's offense is built on? Play action. And what does our guy have? One of the strongest arms in the league. You see where I'm going with this? It's a perfect match. The 25-year-old is about to step into a system designed specifically for his skill set. We're talking about a coach who knows how to develop quarterbacks, who knows how to maximize their strengths while hiding their weaknesses. And according to sources, I got sources, our QB has been blowing up social media about this hire. He's amped. He knows what's coming. He knows this is his opportunity to show the world what he can really do. Winner number 4, the young defensive studs. Now, here's a plot twist some of y'all might not have seen coming. The defense is about to be filthy. Word is that Jeff Ulbrich is coming back as defensive coordinator, and that means continuity for our young stars on that side of the ball. We're talking about rookies who just had sensational first seasons and are about to be even better with another year in the same system. And if Ulbrich is back, you know his defensive line coach is coming with him, which means our pass rushers are about to take another leap forward. The best is yet to come for this defense, and with Stefanski's offensive philosophy keeping them fresh and rested, oh man, opposing offenses better be ready for problems. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. This is the NFL. When there are winners, there are losers. And some of these decisions are going to be tough to watch. Loser number 1, the veteran receiver. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. This one was probably happening regardless of who we hired. We're talking about a 28-year-old receiver who was hampered by injuries and just couldn't produce at the level we needed him to. The money situation makes this decision even easier. He's making too much in 2026, but the good news is we can get out of his deal without completely destroying our cap situation. And here's the kicker, Stefanski has a proven track record of drafting and developing wide receivers in Cleveland. Which means the front office is going to feel confident moving on and bringing in fresh talent to pair with our number 1 receiver. It's business, nothing personal, but this one's been coming for a while. Loser number 2, the offensive line coach. Man, this one hurts to talk about because this coach did incredible work with our offensive line. He turned that unit into one of the strengths of our team. Any team in the league would be lucky to have him. But when you hire Kevin Stefanski, he's bringing Bill Callahan with him. And if you know football, you know Bill Callahan is one of the best offensive line coaches in the history of the NFL. So we're losing a great coach, but we're replacing him with arguably an even better coach. It's an upgrade at an already strong position, which just shows you how serious Stefanski is about building a championship caliber team. Our O-line coach is going to land on his feet immediately. Teams are going to be fighting over this guy. But for us, we're getting an absolute legend to coach up our big boys up front. Now, here's where things get absolutely insane, and I need you to stay with me because this is some next level chess moves we're talking about. There's a rumor, and listen, I said rumor, so take this with a grain of salt, but there's a rumor floating around about a potential quarterback trade between us and Cleveland. Here's the situation. Stefanski allegedly preferred a certain quarterback in Cleveland's system, but when he got fired, that QB situation became one of the reasons for his dismissal. Now that he's in Atlanta, some analysts are wondering if he might want to bring that quarterback with him. The crazy part? It would involve trading our current starting quarterback to Cleveland in exchange. Now, I know what you're thinking, there's no way that happens. And you might be right. We used a first-round pick on our guy. We invested heavily in his development. Why would we trade him now? But here's the counter-argument. What if Stefanski is so convinced that the other quarterback is a better fit for his system? What if he believes he can get more out of a quarterback who he already has a relationship with? Cleveland used a third-round pick on their guy compared to our first-rounder, so on paper, the value seems crazy. But football isn't played on paper. The Browns won just one game in 6 starts with their quarterback. We won 3 of 9 with ours. Both quarterbacks dealt with the exact same injury concerns and completion percentages in the mid-60s. Would Stefanski really start his Atlanta tenure with such a controversial move? Would the front office even consider it? I'm telling you right now, this will be the wildest storyline of the entire offseason if it happens. Can you imagine the drama? The hot takes? The debates? Look, Falcons Nation, here's the bottom line. This isn't just another coaching change. This is a revolution. This is Atlanta drawing a line in the sand and saying the losing stops now. We've got winners who are about to have career years. We've got tough decisions that had to be made for the greater good of this franchise. We've got wild trade rumors that might completely change the trajectory of this team. But most importantly, we've got hope. Real, genuine, legitimate hope that this franchise is finally heading in the right direction. That the 8-year playoff drought is about to end. That Mercedes-Benz Stadium is about to be rocking in January for playoff football. Kevin Stefanski is a 2-time Coach of the Year who's walking into the best situation of his career. This roster is too talented to miss the playoffs. The pieces are in place. The culture is about to shift dramatically. So whether you're fired up about the players who are going to thrive, curious about the trade rumors, or just ready to see some winning football, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The Stefanski era in Atlanta starts now, and I don't know about y'all, but I am hyped. Rise up, Falcons Nation! Our time is coming. If you made it this far, drop a comment below telling me who do you think is the biggest winner of the Stefanski hire? And would you pull the trigger on that wild quarterback trade if you were in charge? Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, because we're go. Go Falcons!